Hey y'all, Melody Stevens coming to you from Texas. Today I wanted to talk to you about Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot was one of the 12 disciples. Jesus knew who he was from the beginning, that he would be the one who would betray him. He was the official treasurer for the disciples, and he had been with Jesus for 3 years, and he stole money. So in Matthew 26:14 and 16, we see, then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, What will we give him? What will you give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted, so they made an agreement with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray Jesus. So he was the one who betrayed Jesus, but what he didn't know is that Jesus was going to give his life for us anyway. But the way that he went through, the person that he went through, that he was betrayed over, woe unto him that he who betrayed Jesus. You know what I mean? So he stole money. So we can go to John 12. See, I have it here. John chapter 12, verse 4 through 6 talks about him being a thief, I think. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him. So he was just anointed with oil. You know, that alabaster box song that CeCe Winans sings. It's all about this. If you read chapter 12 of John, and it's right there in verse 2. It starts, Martha served, but Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with him. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, so it was really rich, expensive, and anointed the feet of Jesus and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him, why was not the ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bare what was put therein. So he had been stealing from Jesus from probably day one, but there was so much money there, and the only person that knew he was a thief was Jesus. So I wanted to also read John chapter 13, 26. 13, 26, 27. Jesus said, He it is to whom I shall take a sup. So he was talking about who was going to betray him. When I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sup, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the sup, Satan entered into him. Then said Jesus unto him, That you do quickly. So I wanted to let you guys see that in that verse it says that Satan entered into him. There's another spot that has it. I want to look at that too. And then let's read 29 real quick. For some of them thought, because Jesus had the bag, that Jesus had said unto him, Buy these things that we may need against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. Because they weren't sure what he was saying when he said, Do it quickly. But Jesus knew, and Judas knew what was being said. So let's go to Luke here. I think this is where it is. Luke 22. This is where I had marked it. Okay, here. Where? Help me, Holy Spirit. Because I marked it, because I thought, oh wow, it said that he had entered into him. Okay, it's back here. Okay, here it is. It's in Luke chapter 22, verse 3. So let's read 2. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, that was his last name, being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. So when I was reading this morning, I was thinking about how Judas had parents, and in that days, some people didn't like Jesus, so they were super happy that Judas betrayed him like that. And then there were others that knew of all the good that Jesus had done, how he had preached openly and taught openly and healed miraculously, especially on the Sabbath day. And so his haters hated that he would do that because they believed in the law and they didn't understand, or they didn't know that God is the God of the Sabbath. So very interesting stuff. I was really thinking about his parents, and he hung himself afterwards because he regretted what he did. He finally regretted something after stealing from Jesus for 3 years. He was motivated by greed, and then at the last part, he knew Jesus was not guilty, and so he regretted the 30 pieces of silver and tried to throw it back at him. Anyway, I could talk about this for a long time, but I'm going to say goodbye for now. Great talking to you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.